January 7th, 2013 board meeting for the Lewis County Board of County Commissioners. We have a quorum. All members are present, and we'll begin with the flag salute. We'll let two members in the front lead us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes of December 17th, 2012.
Moved and seconded to approve the minutes of December 17th, 2012. Is there any questions, comments, corrections, additions, deletions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We have no public comment signed up, so we will proceed then to the notice agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the notice agenda, items 1 through 4, resolution number 13-001 to 13-004.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the notice agenda. Will the clerk please read those items in the record?
Item 1, call for bids for the purchase of one truck cab and chassis. Bids will be opened on or after 11:30 a.m. on January 29, 2013. This is resolution number 13-001. Item 2, notice publishing the cost and brief description of construction projects by county forces in excess of $10,000. This is resolution number 13-002. Item 3, notice of hearing regarding non-exclusive franchise to Lightspeed Networks, Inc. to construct, operate, and maintain a telecommunications network on county road right-of-ways. Hearing will be held on or after 10 a.m. on January 28, 2013. This is resolution number 13-004. Actually, it's 003. Item 4, notice of hearing regarding the proposed vacation of portions of various roads in Lewis County. Hearing will be held on or after 10 a.m. on February 4, 2013. This is resolution number 13-004.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey, Lewis County Public Works Director, speaking to items 1 through 4 on your notice agenda. The first one is a call for bids for the purchase of a one truck, cab, and chassis. This is our lowboy cab and chassis. It's the current edition is a 1989 International with 184,000 miles on it. This has been listed as a part of our replacement schedule, and it's on our schedule for this year, and we're asking you to outbid for that. Item number 2 is publishing the cost and brief description of construction projects by county forces in excess of $10,000. As you're aware, per the RCW 3677070, if the Board of County Commissioners determines that any construction should be performed by county forces, the estimated cost of the work exceeds $10,000, it shall be caused to be published in one issue of a newspaper of general circulation in the county, a brief description of the work to be done, and the county road engineer's estimate of the cost thereof. And that's what we're performing with this resolution today. We have the CRP number 2165, the 2013 countywide 3R program, which is our cement treated base program. We project that to be $1 million. The countywide paths and trails, CRP number 2046, we're projecting that to be a $10,000 project. CRP number 2166, the 2013 countywide miscellaneous safety and guardrail, $75,000. CRP 2159, countywide bridge road bank protection, we're projecting that at $75,000. CRP 2137, Swafford Road rehabilitation at $15,000. And CRP number 1937, King Road rehabilitation at $25,000 for a total of $1.2 million, which is below our current allocation for county forces.
Tim, on some of these, all we're doing really is engineering.
That's correct.
This calendar year, correct?
Yes, Swafford Road, all we're doing is engineering on that one. The rest, we should have some construction. King Road rehabilitation will have some construction on it. We are doing engineering on that main though. Item number 3, notice of hearing regarding non-exclusive franchise to Lightspeed Networks. Lightspeed Incorporated has requested a franchise for the construction, operation, and maintenance of a fiber optic network on various county road rights-of-ways in Lewis County. The company currently operates in Oregon and plans to expand its fiber optic network into Washington. The company provides network services to state and local governments, schools, hospitals, wholesale opportunities, and businesses. The specific roads requested for use are identified in the franchise document, and I have a map here if you'd like to see it, and include portions of Dave Hanford Road, Reynolds Avenue, Harrison Avenue, Jackson Highway, Forest Napavine Road East, Frost Road, Henriot Road, Jackson Highway South, Rupp Road, Mandy Road, and South Military Road. The franchise is proposed for a 5-year term. This resolution will set January 28, 2013 as the date for hearing on the franchise and call for the required postings and publications in accordance with RCW 3655.40.
Now, in looking at this map, as I reviewed with you once before, it's kind of spotty. Are these franchises being bought up from someone else? Is that why they're random?
That's not my understanding.
There doesn't appear to be connectivity there, but I don't know.
I'm certain they'll be
connectivity.
I'm certain they'll be working with others and renting other lines so that they have connectivity.
So maybe this is a new section of line that they're putting in?
That's my understanding.
That area? Okay.
Yes. So item number 4, notice of hearing regarding the proposed vacation of portions of various roads in Lewis County. As you're aware, we have been approached to vacate portions of Boyd Road and Isabel Road and Winston Creek Road. And I have been instructed to examine the roads and report opinion on whether or not vacation should go forward as required by RCW 3687010. The property owners at the west end of the right-of-way are not in favor of the vacation of this right-of-way, and therefore we're not proposing vacating the right-of-way adjacent to their properties. And that's at the west 383.75 feet. And other than that, we're not proposing to vacate the northern 10 foot of this right-of-way to allow for access for some properties along the northern portion of Isabel Road. Beyond that, all the property owners have signed on and are in favor of this vacation. It's unclear as to whether or not this road was ever open for county highway purposes. We cannot find any evidence that it has been, and so we would recommend going ahead with the vacation of this road. Thank you.
And there's a hearing on the 4th?
Yes.
Have we sent letters out to the property owners in that area to let them know if this hearing will take place?
We certainly can do that. We've been working with property owners and they're requesting it, but we can certainly ensure that.
Just for the record, I'd like to see us, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate property owners who probably should, and well, 6, 7. We should probably just get a letter out to them and make sure that they.
I'd let them know the second.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
we did. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments on the hearing agenda, or the rest agenda? Then I will call for a vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Chairman Gross, I would suggest we move item number 5 on the consent agenda and handle that separately. I would like to move that we appoint Bill Schulte as the chair of the Board of County Commissioners and Lee Gross as vice chair for 2013.
At the end of this meeting,
Right now.
I second that.
Motion been made and seconded to appoint Bill Schulte as chair for the coming year, and Lee Gross as vice chair. Any comment? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Takes effect immediately.
I'll entertain a motion for the remainder of the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the remainder of the consent agenda, items 6 through 14, resolution 13-006 through 13-014.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Could the clerk please read those into the record?
Item 6, resolution number 13-006, approval of warrants and payroll for payment. Item 7, resolution number 13-007, cancellation of warrants. Item 8, resolution number 13-008, approving medical rates for non-union county employees for 2013. Item 9, resolution number 13-009, approving an interlocal agreement with Lewis County Fire District number 13 for computer and software maintenance services. Item 10, resolution number 13-010, approving a memorandum of understanding with Hanlon Consulting to provide vocational services. Item 11, resolution number 13-011, approving the CHG contracts with Lewis County Shelter Program, White Pass Community Services, the Salvation Army, and the Human Response Network. Item 12, resolution number 13-012, approving the collaboration with the cities and Lewis County to work on potential service changes and cost savings through collaboration and partnerships. Item 13, resolution number 13-013, approving a personal service agreement with WH Pacific for airport planning services related to updating the South Lewis County Airport Master Plan. Item 14, resolution number 13-014, approving an interagency agreement with Washington State University.
Mr. Chairman, resolution number 13-006, item number 6 is a warrants for payment. We have 22 warrants from the City of Vader Water for $21,418.55. We have 814 warrants in the general fund for $2,657,960.44, bringing that total for warrants to $2,679,378.99. In addition, we have payroll warrants for net pay in the amount of $486,879,000.89. Automatic deposits, 456 of them for $1,265,503.88. And 60 benefits package disbursements for $1,735,772.35. Total for all items, $3,488,156.12. Item number 2 is a cancellation of a warrant issued to Michael J. McCormick, who is a consultant for the county. Apparently the check got lost or somewhere along the line, and the amount of $5,270.50. That's a cancel to issue the check. Don, are you going to talk about those medical bills? Archie?
Good morning, Commissioners. I think this is actually from the Auditor's Office, but I'll go ahead
Yeah,
and discuss this from here. Addressing item number 8, resolution number 13-008, approving a medical rate for non-union county employees for 2013. Basically, what the county is doing is they are establishing a medical contribution rate for health and welfare benefits at $865.88 for all the non-represented employees at this point in time for the 2013.
That's an increase of what, about $35?
It's an increase. We actually were at $835, and then we moved it to $865.88. About, I think it was back in July, and we're just holding that as a status quo provision for non-represented employees. All the collective bargaining agreements are still dealing with insurance rates and contribution amounts.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michael Strozzi, Director of Central Services. Item number 9 on your agenda today is Resolution -12-009, which is approval of an interlocal agreement with Fire District number 13, which is Boisford, for computer and software services. As the board is aware, we perform software services for the small agencies and even the large ones now in Lewis County with the Spillman system. This agreement is one of those agreements that has come before the board in the past. It expires at the end of 2014. It is the small agency agreement as far as the rates go, which sets a base rate in 2013 of $110, which includes 2 hours of labor. All labor in excess of that will be billed out at 55 cents an hour, and then
$55.
$55 an hour.
55 cents.
So did I say cents? No.
Thank you.
No, we're not here for that. $55 an hour, and then overtime would be at $80 an hour. So.
Michael, wasn't that 13-009? I think I was just.
Yeah, you said 12, it should be.
Oh, okay. I read it off the agenda, and it's, yeah, it is 13.
Thank you.
April County Workers County Public Health and Social Services, speaking to resolution number 12-010.
13.
13.
Oh, is it 13?
Only 13. The change of each year.
2013.
13 represents the year.
13-010.
Thank you.
Approving a memorandum of understanding with Hanlon Consulting to provide vocational services. This contract is for high school transition services for students in the Lewis County Special Education Co-op. This contract runs from November 2012 through December 2013. Total contract allocation is $39,000. Previously, this contract was held by ESD 113, but due to a grant received from the ARC of Washington, it was determined a better fit to contract directly with an individual contractor to continue services. The contractor chosen to continue services is the same individual who was hired by the ESD to fulfill previous contract requirements. They already have a presence in the schools and report with staff and students.
I'm going to ask you what ARC is.
What is
What
ARC?
ARC is.
ARC is just, it's not really necessary. It used to be an abbreviation of something, but now it's not. It's a state agency that advocates for people with developmental disabilities.
It used to be Association of Retarded Citizens, and it's out of vogue, and we should not be using those terminologies, so that's just.
I've got the shirt.
You got that?
Tara Smith, Lewis County Public Health and Social Services Manager, speaking to item number 11, resolution number 13-01111, approving the CHG, which is the Consolidated Housing Grant contracts with Lewis County Shelter Program, White Pass Community Services, the Salvation Army, and Human Response Network. This is a 2-year grant that comes from the Department of Commerce for emergency shelter services. The total amount for 2012 was $116,118. For 2013, it's $116,117. And this money going out to the 4 agencies is used for rent assistance for people who would otherwise become homeless and facing eviction, case management services, and shelter services.
How do people find out about this, that are in the verge of that? Are these people that are losing their homes for whatever reason?
These
They can
people,
apply for this funding?
right, they can apply for this funding. All the agencies, as well as the county, does outreach to many of the other service organizations for DSHS, the WorkSource, everywhere that we can think of to get that information out there, and we get calls daily and refer them to these agencies for assistance.
And Tara, at the end of the year, we probably get statistics about how many people we've served and the outcomes.
Correct. Every provider who receives funding, whether it be local, state, or federal funding, reports into a homeless management information system. And we're able to pull those reports to see what type of assistance, how much assistance they receive, the number of people served, the number of people in their household, and all of that information.
Lee Napier, Director of Community Development, speaking on agenda items 12 and 13. Agenda item 12 is resolution 13-012. And this is a resolution that directs the Community Development Director to work with city managers and city administrators to engage in a collaborative review of potential cost saving through partnerships. As I'm sure the board knows, representatives of the cities within Lewis County have met to discuss current economic conditions throughout the county, and current condition is not predicted to improve.
So because we're not expected to see a positive change in the foreseeable future, the citizens of Lewis County continue to struggle with high employment, reductions in governmental revenues, and increased operational costs. So because of this, the board is asked to take the lead in approving a resolution to collaborate. The resolution contains an outline of recommended tasks and a time frame in which to complete the work. The review process would begin this year, 2013, with an expected report back to the elected officials through the joint meetings of the mayors, city managers, and the county, no later than September 30th of 2013. There is discussion about whether or not there will be periodic reports. The group, the mayor, city managers group does meet monthly. There is an expectation that there will be regular reporting. The deadline of the 30th was set to set a deadline so that people would know if there's expectations in 2014 to include that in their budget. Any questions?
I just want to applaud this effort, having sat on the Centralia City Council and now sitting here. I know there's been a lot of work that's been put into previous to this to put this agreement together, so I appreciate this effort.
We have the city manager from Chehalis. Merlin, would you like to make any comments?
Sir, what do you mean, what do you have?
Commissioner, that's hard to believe. This is riveting. Thank you, Merle McReynolds, City Manager, City of Chehalis. I want to commend the commissioners and the mayors and the city manager in Centralia for moving this forward. This is a very positive step. And as Lee mentioned, it is about collaboration. And our hope is that we will learn a lot more about each other and be able to figure out how to provide service cheaper and maintain service levels in spite of the economy. So I encourage your support and thank you very much.
Thank you, Merlin.
Part of this agreement too is, for the public doesn't know, is that we're asking in this resolution for the various cities to pass similar resolutions so that we're all on the same page.
And just one final comment, I do want to say a thank you to the city managers of Centralia and Chehalis, Rob Hill and Merlin McReynolds for catching me up to speed on this topic, and especially Merlin has been very helpful in filling me in, so thank you for that. Moving on, agenda item number 13, resolution 13-013. And so this is a request to the board to execute the attached resolution, which would ratify the acceptance of the statement of qualifications from WH Pacific and authorize the Director of Community Development to execute a contract with WH Pacific for services necessary to update the master plan and layout plan for the South Lewis County Airport. South Lewis County Airport is a federal aviation administration funded general purpose airport. It receives non-primary funding as authorized by Congress. To continue receiving federal funding, the county must revise the airport master plan and airport layout every 5 years. The planning effort, drafting and approving of the airport master plan and airport layout plan is anticipated to take approximately 9 months to a year. Once completed, the county will be eligible to receive funding from other FAA-supported projects. This is contracted work with reimbursement from FAA at 90%. There's also a contribution from Washington State Department of Transportation, their aviation division, and then the county is responsible for the balance of that, which is about 7.5% of the total project cost. We did do a request for qualifications. We had 3 contractors submit, and WH Pacific, based upon our review, was the most qualified. We had a panel representing the county that reviewed and scored each application, and it is that recommendation of that group that WH Pacific be our contractor. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here to speak to item 14, resolution number 13-014. I am Sheila Gray, the Lewis County Extension Director. The resolution before you is to accept and approve the annual memorandum of agreement between Washington State University and Lewis County for extension outreach educational programs to community residents within Lewis County.
Sheila, what is the percentage of your budget that Lewis County puts in?
Percentage of
Your whole budget, you get money from other places, in the Lewis County portion that goes into that, is that correct?
Lewis County provides its operational budgets, and then within the memorandum of agreement, we have monies that are supporting various personnel positions. I don't have the exact percentage.
But the point is that we're not the only funding
Oh,
source.
no. The MOA is a portion of support that the Washington State University state and federal levelers picks up the balance. I'll get that to you.
And this has been cut considerably over the last several years.
As much as I'm trying to hold it up. Yes, we have received our share of reductions. We continue to work on our volunteer base so that we can continue to provide programming throughout the county. As with any other department, we face those challenges and we try to become creative to meet them.
Thank you.
I have one question in your executive summary. It says that this extension is the front door to the university.
In Lewis County, we like to think so. And our doors open to everyone.
Yes.
Even the other school.
We can use that name now, I'll have the applicant, we can go ahead and use it. For that other school.
Are there any further discussion on the consent agendas? I'll call for the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda is passed. I see no further business.
Second.
Motion has been made to adjourn and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned.